Car trouble. I was in London yesterday.
Oh, how was it?
I had a great time, but the weather wasn't so good.
We were in the country. It was nice and sunny.
Yes, we had a picnic with Mr. and Mrs. Young. We were home very late.
Why was it so late?
We were on our way home in the car, and suddenly there wasn't any petrol left in the tank.
So we were stuck in the middle of the countryside, and it was quite dark.
Were you scared?
Of course we weren't.
Mr. Young was very upset because it was his fault.
And he had a long walk to the garage.
There wasn't anything to drink in the car.
Oh, but there was still something to eat.
Just a few biscuits and a bit of cheese.
Well, I was very full after the huge picnic.
Anyway, we had lots of fun. And an excellent English lesson.
Yes, Mrs. Young was a brilliant storyteller. Her ghost stories were very exciting.
And scary.
So you were scared.
Well, just a little bit.
Car trouble. I was in London yesterday.
Oh, how was it?
I had a great time, but the weather wasn't so good.
We were in the country. It was nice and sunny.
Yes, we had a picnic with Mr. and Mrs. Young. We were home very late.
Why was it so late?
We were on our way home in the car, and suddenly there wasn't any petrol left in the tank.
So we were stuck in the middle of the countryside, and it was quite dark.
Were you scared?
Of course we weren't.
Mr. Young was very upset because it was his fault.
And he had a long walk to the garage.
There wasn't anything to drink in the car.
Oh, but there was still something to eat.
Just a few biscuits and a bit of cheese.
Well, I was very full after the huge picnic.
Anyway, we had lots of fun. And an excellent English lesson.
Yes, Mrs. Young was a brilliant storyteller. Her ghost stories were very exciting.
And scary.
So you were scared.
Well, just a little bit.
A telephone call.
You won't believe this. We both wanted to ring home today, and we had a terrible time.
Yes, Stefan walked to the nearest post office, but there wasn't a phone box.
And Lucia tried to use the phone box outside the school, but hers was out of order.
Then I walked to the next phone, and it was a coin box. I only had a phone card.
Oh, that's typical.
And I had lots of change, but at my next phone box, I needed a phone card.
So, did you look for another phone?
No, I didn't.
Did you, Lucia?
Yes, I did. I wanted to ask somebody for some change, but there wasn't anybody in the street.
I know. Then Stefan suddenly turned up.
Yes, aren't you clever?
So we walked back to Stefan's last phone box with my card.
And it was third time lucky. I had a nice chat with my family, and Lucia had a very long one with hers.
Yes, we used up all my phone card.
A telephone call.
You won't believe this. We both wanted to ring home today, and we had a terrible time.
Yes, Stefan walked to the nearest post office, but there wasn't a phone box.
And Lucia tried to use the phone box outside the school, but hers was out of order.
Then I walked to the next phone, and it was a coin box. I only had a phone card.
Oh, that's typical.
And I had lots of change, but at my next phone box, I needed a phone card.
So, did you look for another phone?
No, I didn't.
Did you, Lucia?
Yes, I did. I wanted to ask somebody for some change, but there wasn't anybody in the street.
I know. Then Stefan suddenly turned up.
Yes. Aren't you clever?
So we walked back to Stefan's last phone box with my card.
And it was third time lucky. I had a nice chat with my family, and Lucia had a very long one with hers.
Yes, we used up all my phone card.
Brave students.
Listen to this. Students save elderly woman from fire. 3 young students from the Excel Language School saved a woman from a fire at 13 Derwent Road on Wednesday afternoon. The students heard a cry for help and saw flames in the ground floor flat of the Victorian house. They ran to the house, broke a window, and helped Mrs. Ethel Ward, 75, out. Mrs. Ward later said that she was in the kitchen when the frying pan caught fire. The flames quickly got out of control and spread to the hall and living room. Mrs. Ward was unhurt, but the fire caused severe damage to her home. Did you know about this, you 3?
Well, we didn't want to say anything, but actually that was us.
What? And you didn't tell us about it?
We just didn't want our names in the paper.
How did you break the window?
With a big stone.
But why didn't the lady open the window?
She was too shocked.
But not too shocked to thank us afterwards.
Well, we must celebrate this. How about a day out in London?
Yes.
Great!
Brilliant idea.
Fully booked.
Hello, box office.
Hello. I'd like to book 5 tickets in the stalls for Phantom of the Opera, please.
Which day, sir?
Next Friday.
I'm afraid we're fully booked until the 29th of May.
Oh, dear. Well, thank you anyway. Bye.
Ah, here he is. Did you remember to book the tickets for the show?
They're completely booked until the end of May.
Oh, what a shame. I really wanted to go to Her Majesty's Theatre.
To see the Queen.
Actually, she was there 2 years ago. Do you remember seeing her, dear?
How could I forget seeing the Queen?
What was she like?
Quite small, a bit grey, but very elegant.
Yes, we had seats in the balcony. Suddenly they played the national anthem and everybody stood up.
We looked across at the royal box, and there she was.
The royal box? Did they bring her in a box?
Of course not. That's where the royal family sits. You should know, Mr. Koenig.
She was with a tall, dark and handsome man.
Prince Charles.
But which play did you see?
I'm afraid I can't remember the play.
I can't either. The royals were more interesting than the play.
A day in London.
Are you ready to order?
Yes. Stefan?
I'd like steak and chips, please.
How would you like your steak?
Well done, please.
The grilled salmon for me, please.
And I'll have a large mixed salad with Italian dressing.
Is that all?
Yes, I'm trying hard to lose weight.
Perhaps I should have the vegetarian dish.
And I'll take the roast beef. I feel quite hungry after that boat trip down the Thames.
What would you like to drink?
Could I have a look at the wine list, please? We've got something special to celebrate.
So, what do you all want to do after lunch?
I'd like to go to Madame Tussauds.
How about the National Gallery?
Or the London Dungeon?
Well, we can't do everything, so let's do a bus tour of London first, and then we'll see.
OK. Some more coffee, anybody? Nobody?
Let's pay then. Could we have the bill, please?
Excuse me? Where's the ladies?
Downstairs in the basement, madam.
Where's Lucia?
She's gone to spend a penny.
Spend a penny? What can you buy for a penny?
That's just an expression, Stefan. Can't you guess where she's gone?
A bit of culture.
How do we get to Madame Tussauds?
The best way is by tube. It's too slow by bus.
Yes, take the Jubilee line and get off at Baker Street. That's the easiest way.
Have you got enough change for a ticket? It costs £1.
Get it from the machine, not the ticket office. It's quicker.
Yes, there's often a long queue at the ticket office.
And Madame Tussauds has the longest queue in London.
So we'll see you at Victoria Station at 6 o'clock.
Yes. Have fun.
This is the most wonderful art gallery I've been to.
Yes, but I think we've seen enough paintings for today, and we haven't got much time left anyway.
What time is it?
5:25.
We'd better go. We don't want to be late for the boys.
Oh, look! There's a number 11 bus. Quick, let's get on it. You'll see some more sights, Lucia.
Yes, it goes past Westminster Abbey and the Houses of Parliament.
I can't believe there's a coach to Oxford every 10 minutes.
Yes, it's an excellent service and the cheapest.
Hi, boys. Did you have a good time?
We had a great time.
We did too. The Sainsbury wing was wonderful.
The Sainsbury wing? I thought you went to the National Gallery, not to a supermarket.
We'll explain on the bus.
An interesting meeting.
What was so great about your afternoon, then?
Our trip to Harrods.
But you said you wanted to go to Madame Tussauds.
Yes, we did.
But Lucia was right. There was an enormous queue.
And in Britain, you mustn't jump the queue.
That's right. We were waiting in the queue when it started to rain.
Of course, we didn't have our umbrellas with us.
You should always carry an umbrella with you in this country, even in summer.
You're right again, Lucia. Anyway, then Stefan saw some friends.
Yes, Claudine and Marielle suddenly came along. They were going to Harrods.
So we got under their umbrellas and went with them.
Everything at Harrods was very expensive.
Stefan tried to buy an elephant, but they knew he wasn't really serious.
And of course, I didn't have enough money with me.
And while he was talking to the shop assistant, he saw Michael Stich.
Oh, the tennis star. What was he buying then? A gold tennis ball?
Of course. And gold tennis shoes.
Did you two buy anything?
No, but we got something for nothing.
An autograph from Michael Stich.
An evening at home.
It's nice to have a quiet evening at home.
Without the boys. Is there anything on television?
I haven't looked at the Radio Times.
The Radio Times?
Yes, it's a magazine with all the radio and TV programmes.
Oh, that one.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
I saw it yesterday. Mr. Young had it.
Shall I switch the television on?
Yes. Let's do some channel hopping.
Listen here, sweetheart.
Oh, I've seen that film. I watched it with my little brother last Christmas.
Do you miss him?
Yes, I really miss him. And my mother and father and grandmother. And the cat. Shall I try BBC Two?
Why not?
Here in the Copa de America, the United States.
Oh, it's the sports news.
That's boring. What about ITV?
Oh, not another game show. Perhaps we should switch the TV off and listen to some music. But no loud rock music, please.
Ah, the boys are back from their sports club.
Hi. Aren't you watching the Wimbledon highlights?
Yes, we want to see our favourite tennis player.
After all, we met him yesterday.
It's on BBC Two. Look, there he is. Turn it up.
But he isn't wearing his gold tennis shoes.
Visitors from Germany.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Koenig.
How do you do? Ah, Mrs. Koenig. Welcome to Oxford.
It's lovely to be here. And the weather is so good.
Yes, it's been quite nice lately. It was very windy and rainy when we left Munich.
I hope you had a good flight.
Yes, we did, thank you. Have you been to Oxford before? Yes, we have. In fact, my wife and I met here in Oxford nearly 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, my husband was here on business and I was learning English.
Just like Stefan.
Yes, I was at the same language school too.
How did you meet? Well, it was quite dramatic. What happened? I was late for a meeting and was running to get a taxi.
And he knocked me over. I hurt myself quite badly.
Yes, she hurt her knee and her hand. I felt awful, so I gave her a lift to the school.
And we realized we were both German.
Did you go to the meeting? Yes, I did, because a lot of firms were trying to get an important contract. Who got it? I did.
So you left with a contract and a wife?
Yes, we got married 3 months later.
The story of how my parents bumped into each other and fell in love.
Saying goodbye. Was your hotel comfortable? Yes, it was fine, thank you. We had a big bathroom with a bath and shower.
And twin beds. I remembered what English double beds are like.
That wasn't always a problem.
No, not 20 years ago.
Anyway, the staff were very friendly. I'd like to stay there again next time.
Why not? But perhaps we could stay at a bed and breakfast place.
There's a good bed and breakfast just round the corner.
Yes, it's very nice. And we would like to see you again soon.
Well, we want to visit Stefan before the end of term.
Yes, we've enjoyed staying in Oxford very much.
Thank you so much for showing us around.
It's been a pleasure. We love having visitors.
Come on, Mozzie, or you'll miss the coach.
And Stefan will be late for his date with Lucia.
Ah, another Oxford romance. Goodbye then, everyone.
Goodbye, and you be good, Stefan.
Oh, Stefan isn't any trouble, and we like having young people in the house. Bye, and take care.
Goodbye. Have a safe journey.
Bye, and say goodbye to Lucia for us.